Okay, so I've recommended that you don't go to Kesa Gatame, alright? But if you do land in Kesa Gatame, then you need to get out of Kesa Gatame safely. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways of doing that. So, I've landed in my Kesa Gatame. I've got his shoulder off the ground so he can't get it to the ground. I've got my hand in the gap underneath my tendons of my knee. This foot is based out, my head is next to his head. The reason I put my head here is because he's going to get his hands together, he's going to try and bridge and roll me in that direction. That's one of the things that he does, other direction. Yeah, he's going to want to roll me in that direction. I can't allow him to do that. I'm going to pull on the back of the tricep and I pull really tight. Okay? So, I need to get an underhook. Graham is holding really tight with his arms. Okay? So there's no way I can pull under there and it just gets all scary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep hold of this and I'm going to keep his shoulder off the ground. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like what seems like a bit of a suicide mission. I'm actually going to drive both hands to my feet, but I'm driving my chest into his chest. I keep hold of the elbow and I go over the top of the arm. Alright? He'll keep his hands together. He's not having a nice time, by the way. I won't do this slowly. Alright? But I'm crushing him into the floor. I need to keep that shoulder off the ground. As I turn here, I'm just going to keep rotating and I get to his hips. Once I'm on his hips, I have two options. If he's just holding really, really tight, all I'm going to do is I'm going to hook in on one of his legs and I start to force my way around the corner. It just stops him bridging and sweeping me. If he doesn't feel too strong, then what I'm going to do is just put my hands on the hips and just start to make my way back up his body to turn in here. This hand blocking his hip because he's got the underhook, and this hand blocking this shoulder. Alright, now I'm in some kind of side control and he's just setting himself up nicely for a double wrist lock. Okay, or shoulder crank or something. Alright, so we'll go through that one more time because Graham really likes it. Okay, so I go here. I've landed in Kesa Gatame. My first reaction is, oh shit, I'm in Kesa Gatame. Okay, I lift the shoulder up and I put it on the back of my thigh and I keep everything tight. He's keeping everything tight. Okay, so I put my head on his head. I don't want to be bridged in that direction. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull on this elbow and I'm going to take my weight on my feet, but I'm going to drive my chest back into him. You can see by Graham's face, yeah, he's not having a nice time. All my body weight is going through my rib cage. I'm going to let go of his head, I'm going to grab his arm, and I ship myself to his hips. Alright? At his hips, I just start making space, making my way up, making my way up. I'm going to block his hip. I'm going to get to a point where I can reach under his shoulder, and I can get into side control. Alright? So that's one way we can get from Kesa Gatame to getting back to a decent side control. Okay? The second way is if we land in Kesa Gatame and he doesn't keep this really tight grip. Okay? So if I'm here and he lands in Kesa Gatame and if he has no idea of what he's doing, what he'll do is he'll try and still get his arms in close to his body. Yeah, so he'll be doing this kind of thing. He'll be trying to get his arms in there because he thinks he's safe doing that. Alright? So what this time I'm going to do is I keep that shoulder off the ground, I lift the elbow again, and I drive in that direction, and I come down to the hip. Once I'm down at the hip, keeping that shoulder up, I come back to my underhook. Alright? Now ship my hips out. Okay, so if he's doing wrong stuff, it's actually quite easy to get back to side control. Well, he thinks he's doing the right stuff because he's been taught to keep his arms close to his chest. It's not the right stuff. Okay? So Kesa Gatame, underneath, I'm holding the knee. He's defending how he's been taught to defend by bringing his hands into his body. Very BJJ-tastic. Base on the ground. I'm going to lift this elbow, lift this shoulder, drive in towards him, and I go down to the hip. Once I'm at the hip, I'm still lifting the shoulder, goes underneath, and I come here. I'm going to walk straight into this frame, but we know how to deal with a frame, so it's okay. The main thing is I've got my underhook and I'm not in danger anymore. So, if you're ever in Kesa Gatame, don't stay there. You're hunting for your underhook. Okay?